Hey, this is Brian Johnson and welcome. And really, what I'm going to share with you is some very common myths that you may be operating under now. And I'm actually going to share with you some things that really separate what I do and really what separates my service from the rest of the people that do kind of the same thing that I do. So there's a difference between sustainability and unsustainability. There's a difference between working hard and working right. There's a difference between lifting weights and working muscles. And there's a massive difference between counting calories and understanding portion sizes. So up to the top. So when I work with people and my high-level entrepreneurs and high-level public thinkers and public speakers and people come to me, they come to me with problems in the sense of, hey, Brian, how can I get this to work for me? There's so much stuff in the health and wellness field, and I just don't know where to start or how to implement things. And I said, you know what? I completely understand. I said, the beauty of what I know and understand over the 30 years of doing this is that I've been through all of that stuff. I was really heavy into bodybuilding, got really heavy 3 times. 3 different times. I was actually 250 3 different times. So I come from a very vast background of understanding how to implement things and really meet people where they're at. So the thing to really consider is when I said working right versus working hard, that's a big deal. Because when people come to me that are high-level thinkers and high-level entrepreneurs and they're like, man, I need to feel better. I just don't know how to do it. I have so much stuff going on with my family and my work and everything. I said, that's awesome. So this is what I do. So what I help people to do is I help people to integrate systems. I help people to integrate new ways of thinking. I help people to understand how to work right versus working hard. How to understand portion sizes specifically for you so you're not counting calories. How to have a way to track your results, meaning measure your body fat weekly. A lot of people will wait a month, 2 months to check their body fat. The only issue with that is that if you've been off or your nutrients have been off 3 weeks ago, you basically wasted 3 weeks of time. So in my system, I check people's body fats once a week, and I work with a lot of people remotely, so I don't have to see you to do what I do. I will send you a device that you'll check your body fat with weekly, and when you and I communicate on a daily basis, we'll go through all this stuff. We'll go through how you feel. We'll go through what your sleep levels are like, what your stress levels are like, and I'll help you to iron all these things out. So working right versus working hard, massive difference. Counting calories versus understanding your portion sizes. So what I help people to do is understand your portion sizes. Understanding how much protein you require. How much carbohydrates, what types of fats. Should I be eating fruits? What type of program should I be doing? Should I be doing more fats and proteins, more carbohydrates and proteins? So what I do is I take all of that thought process out of it for you, and I integrate these things based off of your lifestyle, off of what you like, what you don't like. I have people that I work with that cook food, or I also find people in your area that cook food. So a lot of my high-level thinkers, I find chefs in the area to make their food, and it's a part of their tuition. So there's different ways that we could obviously make this work. So the biggest thing to understand is that no matter what you take away from this conversation is this: your food will make or break you, meaning abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. So with that being said, that's another reason why I really hone in on working right versus working hard. So if you're not able to make it to the gym and you understand that you're still able to get your food in and you're planning out 2 to 3 days ahead, or if you're traveling and you and I connect 4 or 5 days before you travel, so I help you to get your food down. I help you to understand what restaurants are available in your area. I help you to understand what foods you can actually take with you and help you to dial all this stuff down, because once you have support and guidance, it's not a matter of if you're going to be successful. It's a matter of when. And the people that listen to me get results. The people that don't. It's pretty simple. So the beauty of where I come from is I have the ability to meet you where you're at. And if you say, hey, you know what, Brian, I'm not going to do that. Awesome. What will you do? Will you do this? Will you do that? Yes? Okay, awesome. So now let's talk about this. Lifting weights versus working muscles. I've done a lot of gym science. Like, I started lifting weights when I was 7 years old. I'm currently 37 years young, so I've done this my entire life. And I'm mainly vegan and vegetarian now. And people are like, Brian, well, how do you keep your size? I'm like, I just understand my portion sizes and this. I only work out doing weights 3 days a week, 20 minutes at a time. The difference between a professional and an amateur is this. A lot of people are in the gym lifting weights. They're not working muscles. The difference is this: if you're doing an exercise and you're doing 10 reps and you don't feel it by number 8 or number 10, you're doing it wrong and you're wasting your time. What I teach people to do is how to contract muscles maximally under minimal amount of weights, and a lot of times it's body weight. So there's not a matter of if this is sustainable or not, or can I work out while I'm on the road. You can do workouts for 5 minutes in your floor. I do all the time. Stretches, body weight exercises, core weight exercises. A lot of how I educate my high-level thinkers and people like yourself is by teaching them how to use body weight exercises so that it is sustainable. Most people can't even move their body weight. So how are we going to be functional? The stuff that I teach people is how to increase your agility, your flexibility, your balance, your functionality in life, and how to use that with just your body, and how to understand what posture positions that you get to use and what stretches you get to do based off of your lifestyle. A lot of times the people that I work with are desk people. I do a lot of desk work now. So I do a lot of hip flexor stretches. I do a lot of chest stretches. I do a lot of back exercises. There's things that I do and reasons why I do them based off of my lifestyle and what's going on in my lifestyle. So I take all the madness and the variables and the logistics in your life and I narrow them down to simplicity. And I help you to understand how to do them effectively. So you're maximizing your time. You're working right versus working hard. You're not lifting weights, you're working muscles. You're not counting calories, you're looking at portion sizes. You're documenting and you're having research and you're having data every week so I can make decisions for you to take all of the guesswork out of what you're doing. So if you listen to what I'm saying, you trust me, you invest in yourself, and you listen to what I say, you'll get results. If you don't, you won't. Thousands of people have trusted me. Over 30,000 people at this point I've been blessed to work with. The beauty of what I also get to do is I get to support people with cancer and Parkinson's and AIDS because of my nutrition understanding and what God has blessed me with. Like understanding why kiwis reverse asthma, why you can eat the avocado seed to reverse heart disease and clear out plaque in your arteries. Most people don't understand that information, and if you think your doctor does, don't. Less than 6% of graduating physicians have a minimal of 3 hours of nutritional education. It's pretty crazy. I know, I think about it, I'm like, man, how crazy is that? To think that you can go into the grocery store and every bit of your medicine is right there. It's just been under our nose and underneath our awareness until now. I'm inviting you to consider that you can thrive today. And understanding about your language is going to be one of the biggest ways that you and I will invest time. Notice I didn't say spend time. When I spend time, that means I'm not getting anything back. When I'm investing time, that means I'm getting something in return. I don't spend anything any longer. I invest time, I invest my money. I even invest money in my cell phone bill. Instead of being disgruntled and mad about it when it's $200 or $300, I'm grateful for it. It's an amazing tool because right now I'm shooting this video from my cell phone to support you and to connect with you. And this is how you and I will interact. So I'm thankful for it. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to share with you is language. I'm going to share with you words of self-sabotage. For example, wanting something versus choosing something. Most people don't understand it, but our language is completely sabotaging us. And that's because we are unaware. One of the things to consider is this. I ask a lot of people, hey, what do you choose? What do you desire? Well, what I don't want is I don't want to go to this restaurant. I don't go to that restaurant. Awesome. What do you choose? Oh, what do I choose? Oh, most people, and you may find that you may be in this category, you may say what you don't want, but when you're saying what you don't want, that's the illusion. Speak the truth, and you know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Speak what you choose to have. That way you're focused on what you desire versus what you don't want. When you focus on what you don't want, you get more of what you don't want. So what I help people like yourself to do is to get clear on what they're actually desiring out of life, mind, body, and spirit, and how to take all the crazy enough stuff that's out there. I have over 80,000 hours invested in what I do. It's because I geek out and love what I do. And I'm going to share exactly what you need to help you to thrive. And now if you're ready for the next step, only if you're serious. I only work with serious people. I work with the best of the best, and I position it that way because those are the people that desire to get results. If this is you, the option for you to take the next step is right here, right now, which is the only time that exists. If this resonated with you and you would love to figure out if or how I can support you, click the button below and let's set up a strategy call. Let's connect. It's going to be completely free. Just so you know, I typically charge people $2,000 an hour. If you're interested in having a conversation, make sure you're serious before you get on the phone and waste both of our times. I empower you to step up and into your life now and make a decision. This is a decision that will bring you tenfold of the time that you're going to invest because of what I'm going to share with you. I've been blessed to be able to create miracles on the spots by listening to people and understanding where they're sabotaging themselves, and share one or two tools and their lives dramatically change. If you're ready and I'm speaking to you, then you know who it is. I would love to support you. So take the next step. Click on the button below. Let's have a strategy session. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.